You
That's right.
always do.
That's right. I think that's right. You're right about that. I think, differently. Differently. So, I think the case of Mohbad, it's a very interesting case indeed. Case indeed. Um, to crack. Because if you look at Sam Larry and if you look at Zlatan, I think there is something that is so dark about what is happening, especially when you look at the fight that Sam Larry almost had with Mohbad. I think, to my own point of view, could it be that Zlatan called Sam Larry to that scene to create, to picture that scene, because they feel that Mohbad was going to be killed and they were staging something in order to put Sam Larry in a difficult spot. I think that's the way I feel. Because I feel that,
Is it possible?
yeah,
Is it
because,
possible
mhm,
that Zlatan let Sam Larry know that they would be there?
exactly. You're right about that. Because, I feel, to my own, I feel that I do not trust, Zlatan. I don't know the guy personally, and I don't really, care about him that much. But I started doing some research on him, and well, I found out that he had a child. I mean, sorry, have a child, and I think he's not married. He have somebody in England, but I think there is something dark about that guy.
Yeah, I believe he's
Hold on,
been
hold
too
on.
quiet.
No, 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 no,
He's
no.
been too quiet this whole time.
I think that guy might be the center of this whole show, because psychologically and intellectually, if you look at what is going on, I think that guy Zlatan is the center of this whole show. And there is something connected to Zlatan. So if you listen to Mohbad's song, is Zlatan the guy that Mohbad sang about in his show? Sorry, in his song. What relationship does Zlatan have with Mohbad? Was it truthful to Mohbad? What was it that Mohbad saw in this guy? What was it that Mohbad was watching about this guy? Zlatan, psychologically, intellectually, might be the center of this whole show. And I've been doing my own little research. There is something that I'm looking at. There is a connection. Hold on, sweetheart, hold on. There is
I'm,
a connection. Hold on. There is a connection. There's something about Zlatan. That guy, there is something, is connected to something in Mohbad's life. You see, this case is very interesting. And, like I've always said, it's an international case. I said this a long time ago. And I said Mohbad's case is so interesting. And it's going to catch the attention of the international scene itself. I think there is. So now, let me ask a question. I listened to Sam Larry's interview with VDM today. And Sam Larry says something. He said Mohbad has money when he was alive. He had money. If Mohbad had money, why did this guy, Davido, send 2 million? What was that for? What was that for? And what is the connection between Davido and Zlatan? What is going on here? This is so dark and at the same time is not. From everything that I'm looking at here, I think the puzzle, I said something on this guy. I think, what's his name again? Papa Ariano, whatever. I said, Mohbad's case is like a puzzle. And I said it. I said, you're going to start bringing the pieces together and it's going to make sense. Right now, I think it's starting to make sense to me.
If you remember from the very beginning, if you were here in the very beginning, it was said that DeVito sent 2 million for a kidney. Supposedly there was a little cooler for the kidney and stuff, but we don't have any proof of any of that.
Well, allegedly, so let's not say that.
Allegedly, yes, but no one's ever talked about it again.
Well, I personally, why did Davido give 2 million? Because Mohbad had money in his lifetime. What was that for?
And why did it have to come from DeVito when there was, 100 people in the house?
So now,
100 celebrities?
under fire. Listen now. In Mohbad's lifetime, listen, look, I want us to start to think intellectually, not just coming to TikTok and screaming. People who are analyzing this case should let them start to think critically. Now, let's ask a question. What was the relationship between Davido and Mohbad when Mohbad was alive?
They were friends together. There are pictures of them together.
How close were they?
Friends, I guess. Not an everyday friends, but they were together. And there's pictures of Wumi way back when she was young with DeVito as well.
I think that was way back. So now my question is, was Davido the closest friend to Mohbad to have given Mohbad 2 million?
No, but he's probably the richest one.
Well, I'm not going to question Davido. I think that, sometimes, but, I don't really want us to really question that. But my thing is with this guy called Zlatan. My question to him is that you know Mohbad so well. You were Mohbad's close friend, close ally. Why didn't you speak up? If you feel that Sam Larry abused Mohbad so bad, why didn't you speak up? Why? This does not make sense. Because, there is a little thing that I'm doing and I'm just looking at, and, I'm going to leave it at this. There is a connection between Zlatan and everything that is happening right now. I don't know him.
I agree, because why would Sam Larry be begging Zlatan?
Because if you listen to that, Sam Larry said, please come and tell the people what happened. And because I just feel that, was Sam Larry set up? Did they hire Sam Larry as a boss man? Right? Did they hire Sam Larry to do the dirty job and set him up? You understand what I'm saying?
But Zlatan also said if he has to say something, that he might have to say a whole lot more.
Okay, then let him say a whole lot more.
But that whole lot more might get Sam Larry's boss in trouble, whoever sent Sam Larry to do it.
Okay, well, now, if Sam Larry did it, I do not believe Sam Larry would go to Zlatan and tell Zlatan to come out and speak. If Sam Larry did it, because you know what? I'm still going to question Sam Larry. I think the question VDM should have asked this guy, that I believe an intelligent man should have asked. And I know that VDM is intelligent. It's not a journalist, okay? It's not a writer.
Yeah, but he didn't, even me, I'm not a journalist either, but I think I would have asked some questions that very dark man didn't bother asking.
Yeah, but I think the question the very dark man should have asked him is, okay, you made a video and you said they buried him, there is no question to answer. What was that for? So, what was the timing?
Well, he tried to say it was from back in 2013 or something.
So, do we have a
That
picture of that? So,
doesn't add up, though.
no, no,
Did
no.
he know someone? Did he know someone back in 2013 who passed
No.
away? And it was in a morgue?
So the question they should have asked him is, okay, you said it was back in 2010. Who died? And they need to look at the timeline. And you know one thing again, because Sam Larry said, because although I don't come and speak all the time, like I used to, but I think I have some of the stuff that he said in my head. Sam Larry said at the beginning, said he was in Kenya. And I spoke on Papariano's platform. I said, I want him to show his passport. And I brought that up first. You said, first of all, you were in Kenya. Now you went to Dubai. So how does that, what is going on here?
He also said that 2 million was for his mom's burial or something, and now this time he said it was for his birthday.
So you say, I'm not sure if sometimes when these guys speak, if they really understand that people have, minds to think. You said you were in Kenya when Mohbad died. Now you were in Dubai when Mohbad died. So I just believe there is something, it doesn't add up. I feel that the Nigerian police should stand up and do the right thing. Because this is becoming something that I call, this is becoming an eyesore in the international world. To sit down and watch this go on in our own space. It is ridiculous. It is unacceptable. A young man is gone, and you have people making up stories and telling lies and changing stories and changing timelines. It doesn't make sense. What is going on here? Is this a mafia connection gone wrong? Is this a drug connection gone wrong? What is going on? It doesn't make sense.
The way people are acting is as if Mohbad never passed away. Maybe that was a body double in the casket. Well, because look, now we have so many people out there that looks just like Mohbad. It could have been a body double. Maybe he's not even. Maybe he didn't pass away. Maybe he's hiding out somewhere. Like none of this makes sense to me.
No, it's gone. But I feel that I actually saw an article. I was reading an article. I think this was last week about a woman. She was a very hard-hit criminal. She was a very tough drug baron, in Nigeria. And they tried so hard, to get hold of this lady. And and at the end of the day, the FBI tried. No, sorry, no, I'm sorry, no, what's the name? You know, I mean, what is it called again? I think it's the Nigerian Drug Enforcement. They tried so hard to arrest this lady. Anytime they came close, they come close to arrest her.
NDLEA, the
Yes,
NDLEA.
yes, thank you. So anytime they were close in arresting her, somebody somewhere will bail her out. And I think it's about time the Nigerian government needs to nail this in the bud and stop what is going on, especially using the young one to cartel drugs. It is ridiculous.
Do you honestly think that Wumi could do that and every single person cover her? I don't think so.
Well, she could do what?
Do you honestly think that she could pie Mohbad and every single person cover her up? I don't
Well,
think so.
well, for me, I don't even know where this lady stands in all this. Um, is she really? Because if you look at what is going on, I want to go back to the statement she made. She said, "The industry girls will not let me speak." Are this the industry girls that she was talking about? So is it that maybe she was actually scared to speak, and she's still scared to speak? She doesn't want to speak because she's also scared for her life. Because at the end
Could
of
be
the
every
day,
single one of them. Nobody wants to speak. It's not just her
exactly.
alone.
Because at the end of the day, we might be surprised that she might not even be the killer, that everybody's pointing to. So, and I think the problem with Sam Larry changing is his words. So I think, the way it's changing is just changing like a chameleon. First of all, you said you were in Kenya, now you are in Dubai. So I think maybe, Sam Larry needs to sit down, maybe chill a little bit, maybe has forgotten, some things, that is said previously. Maybe someone needs to remind him, because I don't know why it's changing so, why it's changing his story so much, because I don't understand. Why from Kenya to Dubai? It doesn't make sense to me. And where does Lantan comes in? How is it connected to all this? Why do you want Lantan to come out and talk about you so much? And talk about what happened? And talk about what happened? All right, I'm just gonna yield my mic, to somebody else.
Thank you for your submission. But I think a lot of us are a little confused at this point. Yeah, that conversation between Sam Larry and Zlatan suddenly comes out when Barry Darkman should have brought it out the day he interviewed him, not the next day. It sounds like that recording was made last minute as well. So, good morning, Faboni. And I had a question that I wanted to ask you next time I saw you. And it's now. There was a recording of, actually, I don't even want to name names. A box game that was played, okay? And it was cut and joined, and I'm wondering why you cut and joined it to make it look like, it didn't look right the way that you did that. And I'm like, why did she cut and join this? Good morning, be careful. Yeah, I was wondering why you cut and join. That's not very professional. Because I was there to see it. I don't want to name names. I'm not naming any names on my platform. So you should know what you cut and joined. And I'm like, what kind of a blogger cuts and joins and makes it look like one way when it was another? But I'm over it now. This was last week or something. And I'm like, well, not the kind of blogger I want to follow. Someone's going to cut and join and make it look one way when it was another. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention days ago, but I'm just now seeing you now. But I didn't forget. Oh no, I had a phone call in between my recording. I don't know. It looks like a cut and join to me. Anyways, good morning, everyone. We got 31 in the room. Anybody's welcome to come up if you like. The topic that's been going on right now is the Sam Larry, Zlatan. And if any of you all have your own opinions, how you think it is, if you think he's guilty, if you think he's not, I mean, I personally won't sit here and say anyone's guilty without evidence. Thanks for letting me know I had to cut off my phone call. Okay, well, it looks very deceiving, to be honest with you. I'm like, why did she do this? Cut and join. In other words, you blended one game into the second game. You know what I mean? You blended the first game into the second game, so it looked like one game, but you can see it cut and paste. I'm like, what happened here? But anyway, it's past. I don't care. I just wanted to let you know. So, we got 36 people. Good, happy Monday, everyone. A new day for everyone. Hopefully a blessed week for everyone. Good morning, Firefox. I saw you. I actually did not join it. I simply continued. You missed quite a bit and then went on to the second. Forget about it. It's not important. Yeah, I know. I just said I'm done. I'm over it. Nothing major. You're welcome. It's nothing major. Nothing to be angry about. So I'm not the type to be getting angry at stuff. So let me go back to playing a song for now until we get people in here who want to come up to speak.
Dubai before Mohbad died, then I don't think it's connected to this. Seriously. And I'm not saying it might not have sent somebody, but the point is, if Sam Larry actually killed Mohbad, how come? I mean, because if you look at what is going on here, I mean, it's so mind twisting that it's going to take an intelligent person to crack this. Yeah, okay. Now I want you to mark my word. Like I told you, I said it on Paparano's platform the other day. Watch, mark my word. That is gonna change. That is going. That is going to change. Okay, so first of all, there were 12 people in the house, and you want to tell me that spending, why we spending and the not go down?
And they're being held for what reason then?
So okay, so now why are they being and you want to charge spending and the nurse? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. The corona.
I understand, but they are being charged, aren't they? No?
But that is going to change.
Sorry,
Okay.
Adedoyi, please can I come in? Can I come in, please? Okay,
You sound like Queen Mother. Uh-huh.
The nurse confessed that she was the one that gave Mo injection.
What are you forgetting? Hold on. Please stop recording my voice. I do not give you permission, please. Stop that right.
Who is recording your voice?
Hold on, Adedoyi. Let her finish.
Okay. So the nurse confessed that she was the one that gave Mo injection. He reacted to the injection. I think that was why the court charged her as spending. I think that was why the court charged both of them. So if they are not doing the right thing, let's call them out so that they can do the right thing. They should do the right thing. If you think the government did not do the right thing by charging those two people that confessed already, one said he was the one that called the nurse. The nurse said she was the one that gave the injection. The more reacted to the injection. If it's not right, then maybe you should call them out. Thank you.
Okay, so now if you listen to what the police said, sorry, if you listen to what the doctor said, the toxicologist said, he said that what the nurse gave Mohbad is not enough to have killed Mohbad. Okay? So now the nurse is being charged for negligence, right? Not for killing Mohbad. Please, I want you to go back. The nurse is being charged for negligence, not for killing Mohbad. And this big question still stands. What happened to Mohbad? If what the nurse gave Mohbad is not enough, wasn't enough to kill Mohbad, then what happened?
I did not say, I did not say the nurse killed Mohbad. And
if the nurse injected
hold on, sorry.
If the nurse injected Mohbad
and
and
Mohbad
with
reacted.
Stage.
Okay,
What
and
he attacked on the stage? I don't believe that.
And he was so scared.
Yes, he did stand on the stage.
I mean, if he was so scared, then why did you?
I don't want us to push wrong narratives. I'll do the findings about the stage, about the London one. And I live in London, mind you.
Okay.
So I can do the findings and I can get in touch with people that were close to me that know what happened in London.
All right.
One of the London, I didn't really follow it, but I know that Polo did say.
Okay, so, I mean, I feel that, bullying is a very, I do not think that Mohbad, I do not think that Sam Larry would have done what he did, would have taken Hassie's knives and whatever he did and, took it to where Mohbad was.
How many videos did you see? Because the one of the...
Hold on, please. Hold on,
let me correct. I don't want you to push wrong narrative.
Adedoyi, please,
if you go and look at that video where he was shooting that video, he was trying to shoot a video that he was sitting down. He came in with an axe, not a cane. It was an axe.
Well, I think that was wrong.
It was a machete. It was a machete he came in with.
Yes. I think I do.
Not cane, no.
I think that was wrong on his part, and he needs to explain that. So now my thing is that, is there a connection between that and the death of Mohbad? How can we draw that inference?
There's two different cases. There's different cases.
Exactly. Yeah, case of bullying.
Right. Case of the bullying. But yes. Remember, the wife said in one of the interviews that Mohbad had died before he died. Because constantly he was being bullied and he was being harassed.
VC, can I just explain that part of bullying and the linking to the death?
I'm sorry?
I said, can I just explain a little bit of that bullying? Now, when you
Creative AY Listic was here first, if you wouldn't mind. I'm trying to do an order
I was only
here.
I was only reacting to what VC said. I'm not making my submission. I just want to make just want to add to what she said.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are trying to see the aspect of bullying, and we are asking, is that work by Mohbad? In the same society, when you bully somebody, probably there are some underlying effects when it has to do with complications. Example, when you live under fear, it gives you hypertension and other underlying sicknesses that you are now carrying. So when you are being probably attended to by a nurse and you are being injected, those complications that arises from fears that lead you to having hypertension and other thing can also lead to your bile. So when you are being bullied and you are living under fear, definitely your blood pressure and every other thing will go up. And if anybody is going to be injecting you and they don't check your blood pressures due to those bullying and living under fear, definitely it will also lead to your bile. That's just what I want to add. Thank you.
All right, that's fine. Yeah, we guys have been saying this for the longest, and we know that. Thank you so much. I just want to say something. I do not want anybody to downplay Sam Larry bully on Mohbad. I do not want anybody, because listening to Sam just exposes a whole lot. And anybody that wants to protect Sam Larry, that person is not a human being. Nobody nobody should defend Sam Larry whatsoever, because I could see guilt all over him. I could see through his lies from that interview. So Sam Larry is not innocent of bullying Mohbad. That is just the absolute truth. However, I want us to also look at this. Now, I want to say to the other team now, we, the Baba supporters or the Justice for Mohbad, we have been trying to turn every stone. We've been trying a whole lot for the past 2 years, and it seems as if we've gone nowhere with it. Now, this is now back to the team Wunmi. You guys believe so much, and I'm sure that Wunmi herself will have so much evidence. If a whole lot is not coming out, because all we saw was just 9 seconds video that Sam Larry was coming at Mohbad, and we later saw videos after when Mohbad had bruises. None of us have seen videos of Sam Larry actually hitting. If Wunmi is pushing this narrative that Sam Larry bullied her husband severally, I'm sure that she also have evidence that actually showed him, in the act. So I would advise you guys to please follow up with that. Push it through. Now, this is not even have to do with who even buy him now. I want you, Team Wunmi, to follow that through, because I can see a game that is being played right now to cover, to exonerate Sam Larry, to take him out of that bully. I can see this game being played right in our faces right now. And instead of you guys doing everything to defend and protect Wunmi, I would advise you guys to put all your arsenal, whatever connections you guys have, whatever strength and power you guys, your resources. I want you guys to channel it to this aspect of bullying. Because right VDM and all of that, well, he's doing great, but I'm beginning to see a game that wants to be played here, and I'm not happy with it. And it's so sad that we don't have this evidence. We, the public now, we don't have enough evidence to pursue this bully. But I'm sure that the immunization, the crew must have some evidence in their possession, same as Wunmi herself. I want you guys to go to try and pursue this. Let these guys not get away with it. Maybe and just hold on. Maybe because you guys are saying that our suspicions of Wunmi be responsible, that we are not right. We are just accusing her wrongly and all of that. Maybe if that bully is followed through thoroughly, maybe we'll get to the real aspect of what actually the truth about this guy's death might come out from there. That's just what I want to say.
Okay, thank you, Alistic. Is it Alistic? I just want to let me make it one thing clear to you.
AY-listic.
AY-listic. Okay, sorry, I thought I pronounced it wrong. Is it every evidence of Mohbad's bullying? Mr. Aloba has it as well. Has every evidence as well. Why he chose to be coming out and saying, "Oh, they just taught him the lesson," is best known to him. He has every evidence. Remember.
Matter of fact, there's a video. There's a video. 1 minute, VC10. There's a video circulating right now, an older video of Mohbad showing his injuries, but it's been cut. Mr. Aloba was in that video.
Yes, is it that video was wearing white that was posted? You remember that was the video that was the show.
This is my point right now, yeah. I can see now people trying to push it onto Mr. Aloba now. Now, we all know Wunmi is feeling attacked by a father-in-law in regards to DNA and all of that. But I don't want you guys, if Baba Aloba is Wunmi that is pushing this bully. She's the one pushing it that her husband was bullied. In fact, she is on that from the beginning. She pushed it out. So if you are pushing a narrative and saying these people bullied my husband, I was there. To the best of my knowledge, I know that when you are married, 50% of what is going on with your husband might not even be known to the parents. It is you, the wife in the house, that can even say, oh, like you can give 90% of what is going on in your husband that your in-laws might not even be aware of. So there are some things that Baba Mohbad might not even be privy to, some informations that was not even revealed, that is in Wunmi's possession, that she knows. Why can't she get up and channel that and fight for that bully? Fight for that bully. At least let's say from the beginning, she didn't have all of you lots. So she might not have the strength to fight that. But now she have all of you who are standing and speaking up for her. At least I want her to use you guys support to fight this bully. But why is she not doing that? That's my concern.
Okay, so can I just come in quickly? Okay, please. I'm Elistic. Please. I mean,
Let
can
me
I
quickly say
quickly?
something. Yeah, the case is still on. The reason why they started that inquest was to find out how and what killed Mohbad. Bear in mind, during the police reports, the issue of this is why they requested Sam Larry and Naira Marley to come back from whatever country they were from. It was also mentioned the court hearing has not started. The problem we Nigerians have is that we are not patient. If we wait for the court hearing to start, you can see what's going to happen there, because definitely it's going to come up. So we are not patient enough. That's what the
Okay, so
problem.
can I quickly say something to that, please? Sorry. Please just give me a minute. So first of all, you said Mohbad was bullied by Sam Larry. The same Sam Larry said that he was close to the wife. Hold on, give me a second. During those times that Mohbad was being bullied by Sam Larry, did she ever speak up as the wife? Did she speak up and did she petition Sam Larry as the wife? We did know that Mohbad, petitioned, Sam Larry. Did she speak up for her husband and scream and said, I never, did she ever speak up for Mohbad? That Mohbad was bullied by Sam Larry. When she had the opportunity and she went to the inquest, why did she say at the inquest that Mohbad was being bullied by Sam Larry? When they asked her, give me a second, please. When they asked, please, ma'am, please, can I speak? When they asked her, do you know Sam Larry? She said, no. You want to, hold on, please. You want to say that Sam Larry bullied your husband and you went to the inquest to tell them that you don't even know Sam Larry? So now, that is not to say, let me come back, please. That is not to say that what Sam Larry did to Mohbad is okay. That is not okay. And I believe sued. And Sam Larry is going to face his own judgment in regards to that.
Is this
But if you, man, please, give me a second, please. If you believe that your husband was bullied so much by Sam Larry, why didn't you go to when you had the opportunity at the inquest, when they ask you, do you know Sam Larry? If I was in your position, I'd say, yes, I know Sam Larry. Sam Larry's a bully. He bullied my husband. What about that?
Okay, Adedoyi. I didn't know it was you, Adedoyi.
Yeah, can you please explain to that?
I said, did you have the time? Have you ever had time to read the CTC?
If I had the time,
yes. People come out, go to the go to the inquest and come out with all sorts of narrative. If you have not had time to read the city, I would advise you read the
No, but I'm asking you a question.
Indeed,
to address that your question. Hold on.
She did say.
Can you answer that question?
Her husband.
When she went to the inquest, why did she tell the judge?
She did.
Tell the magistrate. Excuse me. Why did she tell the magistrate? Hold on, please. Why did she tell the magistrate?
I don't know where
Adedoyi, please let me answer that question. They asked her if she knows Sam Larry. She doesn't know. She does not know Sam Larry personally. as a friend.
Mhm.
But she said in a video, she was even crying in a video at Alpha Beach at Osapa.
Okay.
That see
I'm
what they've done
sorry.
to,
I'm
see
sorry,
what
but
they
she
are
said
doing.
she didn't. She
Hold
said she
on,
didn't know
hold on.
Naira Marley either, and then all of a sudden pictures came out with her and Naira
Maybe she
Marley.
doesn't know. Oh,
What
well,
did
I don't know
where,
about that.
where did she say where Thunderfire, where did she say she didn't know Naira Marley?
Some point in time, I can't even pinpoint it. But then
No,
the
And you
next
guys should
day,
remember. You
Thunderfire.
guys should
the
remember.
next
This lady
day,
There's
was
so much
20.
narrative that people
This
are
lady
carrying
was
out. She never said
21. Then
she didn't
she
know Naira
was
Marley. She never said
21. Look back to when you guys were 21. I can look back to when I was 21. I was still, very young. You know, hardly even the father went to Naira
21,
Marley instead
23.
of the father
I
to
think she was
accuse
23.
them of his child was bullying, but he went there to beg on Mohbad's behalf
Did you
instead
guys not
of.
even notice that voice note that they recorded of this guy? Did you not notice that guy is scared? Zlatan is scared of those people
Okay, so now let me ask
in
you
that
another
voice note.
question.
Does
If
it not tell
Naira
you guys that
Marley
he's
was,
scared?
hold on here, hold
Zambra
on.
said his
Yes.
father told him not to talk, not to
Okay.
say
Okay,
nothing
good.
on this
So
case.
now, hold on, please. If Naira Marley was so bad and dangerous and a bully, why was she on the same bed with Naira Marley?
As at that time they were still in business. They were doing music.
It was after he left
But after he left the
Malian
label, they started
Record.
bullying him.
I think you need to understand those periods. It was
Okay,
after
Don't
she
you
left
understand that when
Record
you're in business
that
with
she
somebody, you're
was
doing
started
music,
being bullied. It
they'll
was
be
not when
free
he
with
was
them
with
at
them.
that time.
okay. So what did she do to stop the bully?
What
See,
did
the
you
thing
do?
is, the Naira Marley,
Are you aware that
he already lodged
the
a
first
complaint.
petition,
Who lodged
wait,
a
the first
complaint?
petition that they did, they
Mohbad
went to
already
a
lodged a
lawyer to
complaint. Will
petition
the wife
Naira
now
Marley.
go ahead to lodge a complaint again? If I'm the husband and I said, wife, don't worry, I'm taking care of this case, I will lodge a complaint and lodge complaint again.
Then why now?
Okay, Mr.
What do you mean by
Creative,
why now?
Mr. Creative, are you saying Mohbad's lawyer that is fighting Naira Marley for his royalties when he was alive, he is not in a know of all this activity? Because I'm expecting him to have used his letterheading to write a petition against, instead of Mohbad having a lawyer and he has to use his own name, not the chambers of that lawyer. There's something wrong there.
No,
There's
sorry.
something big
As at that period
in that
when
place.
Mohbad wrote that petition, was the lawyer still his lawyer? I think we need to clarify that
Of
first.
course, of course, of
So
course,
who
of
was
course.
standing for him as a lawyer at that period?
That letter,
That is the problem.
not the
No,
same lawyer
that's
that
That
what you
is
should
the
answer. So answer
now.
that question. Who was
okay.
standing as lawyer to
Creative,
Mohbad?
creative. Let me ask you: if
No.
someone is
Before
standing
you
as
ask
as
me,
a
answer that
lawyer for
question
you,
first.
no, I
Who
cannot
was
make
standing as a
assumption.
lawyer to Mohbad then?
That is his lawyer. That is his lawyer, even till date, still continuing to fight
I'm
for
not
the royalty.
pushing. Fede, don't
You
push wrong
understand?
narrative. The lawyer that
Which
wrote
wrong
that
I
narrative
letter,
don't
am
think
I
you. I don't
pushing?
think. I don't
no,
think
it's
you
Which
not the
know.
same
wrong
lawyer.
You're
It's
narrative?
not
the
being
new lawyer
sure.
now.
Go
It's not the
ask
same.
yourself. Go ask
No,
yourself or
Fede,
your group. Go ask yourself for your group, who was
please
Mohbad's
don't push
lawyer
wrong
after he
narrative.
left Malian
It's
house?
not the same
The
lawyer. Go and check that
modernization
letter and
management
that
lawyer.
petition.
That
So,
was a
so
lawyer.
what?
I don't think that was a lawyer
Okay,
because even
Mr. Creative,
Karima,
my
Karima said
question
something
is,
Somebody can check
that
please,
that
he
letter and
mentioned the
check
I
issue of
don't want to talk
royalty.
about all those
That's lawyer
characters.
during his death.
Okay, that's
I'm
fine.
not talking about all these people. It's just
That's
one
fine.
question.
Okay.
Mohbad himself is the main character in this. Who was his lawyer or who is his lawyer? Because so far so good. I did not believe Mohbad wrote a resignation letter or terminated his contract with that lawyer that Baba Mohbad said he met in the house, that he asked about property. Mohbad never cancelled his what with him. So why is that lawyer not giving us full details? Because you can't tell me your client was beaten at the beach when he was shooting the video. The same music royalty money from Malians, you're fighting for him, representing him in court against the Malians. So why are you not knowing about those ones? At least to help us. Just release something. If you are also scared of removing blood, it's simple. But that lawyer was working for Mohbad. Why is he quiet? Why was he even at the house and did
Sorry,
not make sure things
was
Why
the
were
was
lawyer
there in
done
the
invited
house?
right.
to the inquest? Was the lawyer invited to the inquest?
Creative. You guys
So
know
Yes,
did,
that
yes, the
by
lawyer was
law,
invited.
did,
by
did
law,
they
the
ask
case is
that
in
same
court.
And he
question you
Case
are
is
affirmed,
asking? Did they
discussed on
and
ask
he
social
them
media.
that
affirmed
same
that he's
question?
working.
Did they ask the same
You guys
question
know
you are
that the
asking
case
Well,
is
now?
I
discussed on
don't.
Did they
social
ask him
media.
that question?
The case
Well,
is
I
in
don't know
court.
why they didn't ask him. I don't know why they
So
didn't
you
ask
should
him, but
understand.
because 26th, the 28th of June or July, when Mohbad 2023, when he was writing that petition, that lawyer must have advised him one way or the other. And he talked about that petition, that he knew they were doing this, and he advised Mohbad. I'm asking, if you have a lawyer that actually wants to help you, is he going to leave you to write a
So
petition
are
with
you
your name
speaking based
when
on
he has
fact
a
or based on
chambers?
assumption? Are you speaking based on fact or assumption?
Check the CTC now. Check the
No,
CTC,
no, 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 no. You are saying that
please.
the lawyer advised him. Are you speaking based on facts or assumption?
Yes. The lawyer said he advised him to write a
To do what?
petition. Yes.
So now that the petition
Oath,
was being
under
written,
oath, when they
it
filled
means
it
it
in.
was. So you are now saying that the lawyer should use his own letterhead. Is that your
Of
point?
course. Of course.
So when you
Yes.
are writing a petition, hold on now.
Yes.
When you're writing a petition, do you use your lawyer's letterhead or you write a petition to the police if police invite you?
When I want to write a petition to the police or to anybody, my lawyer, that if I have a lawyer, my lawyer is supposed to be the one who knows the law, who understands the laws, who
No,
knows
no,
how
no.
to
Tell me,
interpret
the
it.
process.
Put it together
This is
now
the
and
process.
follow up.
When police invite you, or probably you're writing a petition, you are writing as an individual, but you are being accompanied by your lawyer. You are not writing a letter through the chamber of your lawyer. Your lawyer is representing you. You are the one
Creative.
being
What I'm asking
writing
is,
petition.
I,
So
I
I think you
accept
should
what you are
not
saying,
push a
yes.
narrative
But
that
I'm
is not
saying
real.
in this case of Mohbad, are you saying that that lawyer is not in a know? Just the same way Wumi is also in a know of whatsoever, of the shape of Mohbad after he came back from that show. She saw a picture of him. She saw him for real. Why are they not releasing
Petition written.
enough to nail
Was
Sam
there a
Larry?
petition written? That's the question. Was there a petition written?
Of course, yes.
So if a petition is written, is that lawyer not in the know?
Now I'm asking you that if you have a lawyer, would you write a petition with your name
I
in this
just
type of
answered
matter?
you. I said, let me even assume that Falana is my lawyer. I'm writing a petition. Are you saying I'm using Falana's letterheaded paper?
Of course, I
No,
expect you
no,
to,
Baba. No, that is
because
not
that is your
the
lawyer.
process. That's not the process. You are the
Okay, but
one
when they
writing
wanted to
petition.
write, but when Sam Falana wanted to write a petition on behalf of Wumi, he could use that Falana's, not Wumi using her own to petition the host. Then,
Is it Wumi that is
all right, me, I
petitioning
understand.
or the lawyer
Thank you
petitioning
so
on
much,
behalf?
everybody.
Is it Wumi who was petitioning Sam Larry? Is he Mohbad or the lawyer? Who?
Mohbad. It was Mohbad, and
So
his
if
Okay,
Mohbad is
lawyer
the
so
one,
is supposed to be the
So please,
representative.
can I just quickly
I don't
come in for a
understand the point
second?
you're trying to make.
Please, sir. Please, let's go back to the bullying part again. So now, this is my advice to the deceased wife. I feel that if you feel that Sam Larry bullied your husband, I think that's a serious. If you have evidence against him, I mean videos, evidence against Sam Larry, what you need to do actually is to petition, is to sue Sam Larry. Okay, petition Sam Larry or sue Sam Larry against the bullying of your husband. Okay, then we will know that this is actually, because I want to see you do that. Okay, I
Adedoyi, the
want
case
to
is still in
actually hold
court.
on, please let me please.
It's yet, the court is yet to comment. You don't know what is going to happen there.
Okay, so by the time you have the opportunity to go back to court, right? I want you to speak your mind about everything that happened to your husband with evidence. Okay, and I do understand that during when you were called to the corona, maybe you were still grieving, and okay, I do understand that. And as a young widow, and I do sympathize, when you go back again and you have the opportunity to go to the high court, every details of what happened to your husband, the videos, everything that you have, pile everything together and stand before the honorable judge and tell the honorable judge, this was actually what happened to my husband. Evidence, 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 and you need to bring proof. Put everything together and on how you feel that the bullying led to Mohbad's death. Okay? So I'm going to close on that to me and say that what Sam Larry did to Mohbad in terms of bullying isn't okay. But Sam Larry said that he has a 9-minute video of what happened to Mohbad. And I do expect Sam Larry to provide that. Put that up. And let's see what actually happened to Mohbad. If you can put up the video and we can see the whole scene of what happened to Mohbad, that will at least clear some doubt about what happened to Mohbad in terms of the bullying. So that is for Sam Larry and that is for the deceased wife. And I think bullying is wrong. We need to speak against it. If you're being held against your will, please speak up. Bullying is bad. It can affect your mental state, your physical state, and it can also lead to death too. Please speak up. Do not hide it.